Hey everyone, it's the Tuesday edition of Weather for Weather Geeks. Nice looking day out there for today. No worries about storms for the rest of the day. The humidity is dropping. We'll talk about today a little more in just a second. A quick review of last night. We had some real soakers out there late in the afternoon into the evening yesterday, and these are the Doppler radar estimated rainfall totals across our neck of the woods. You start to get into some of these brighter oranges, or I actually say darker oranges, and into the reds. Scale may be a little hard to read over here, but that's generally over 2 inches, some of those dark oranges and reds. And between Austintown and Deerfield, we had a little spike there, and then a little bit of red showing up. This is in southern Trumbull County, extreme southern Trumbull County, McDonald, Churchill, places such as that. And then Mercer County especially hard hit, with a lot of places checking in, at least according to the Doppler radar estimates. Over 2 inches, even perhaps upwards of 3 inches worth of rain. Some of the rain gauges bear this out. The rain gauges are kind of sparse over in Mercer County, so don't have a lot of ground truth to this, if you will, but the radar estimated quite a bit of rain last night in this corridor through here. You know, you just look at the Youngstown-Warren statistics, the airport, for this month, and you would say, hey, it's been a dry month. There's only been 1 point something inches worth of rain halfway through the month up in southeastern Trumbull County around Vienna. But south of there, they got double that just last night. So it just depends on where you live. Columbiana County was spared for the most part last night. So some parts of the valley drying out a little bit this month, but some parts have gotten enough rain, especially after last evening, that there's no worry about, you know, people's yards turning brown anytime soon. But some of us are starting to see, you know, the landscape dry up a little bit after kind of a wet start to the season. Now, in terms of temperatures so far this month, this is a look across the lower 48, halfway through the month. We are almost exactly average in Youngstown in terms of our temperatures so far. You can see we're right on the border between all of this cool air and the warmer than average air during the first half of the month along the East Coast. So it's been a very typical July so far temperature-wise. We're about to head into a very atypical pattern, though, for the next couple of days. Here's a look at the current map. We've got some puffy cumulus clouds out there today. These are the temperatures I have plotted up here. Look at that. It's no higher than 70 in parts of western Ohio. And boy, you ain't seen nothing yet. Check out what's going on in northern Michigan. If anybody's vacationing up there, boy, are they irritated today. Middle of July, middle of summer. It's 50 degrees up here in parts of the UP of Michigan this afternoon, and it's a chilly rain down in the lower peninsula, the northern lower peninsula, as people in Detroit call it. This is up north. When you live in Detroit, you go up north, and when you say that, that means you're going to northern Michigan. Just a little local colloquialism there. Mid-50s and rain up there, up north today. So it's ugly, ugly, ugly July weather in parts of the Midwest. Again, unusually cool for this time of the year. We're in the 70s temperature-wise here, but you step outside today, you notice the humidity's coming down. These are the dew points. Over in State College, PA, it's the dew point's still 68, but here it's dropped to 54, so we are now west of the cold front. It's turning much less humid. Nice breeze out there. It's breezy at times. So it's a very pleasant afternoon, and we're in fine shape for the rest of the day today. One more day of potential severe weather along the East Coast today, from about New York City down to about Raleigh, maybe just north of Raleigh, right along I-95. Had some severe weather yesterday in the same corridor. One more round before the afternoon is through today, and then tomorrow they'll be out of the woods as that cold front continues to push off to the east. And speaking of temperatures, this doesn't really look like much of a July map here. Let me bring up the temperature contours. Take off the radar. This is a look at the temperatures this afternoon. Not a tremendous amount of heat anywhere. I mean, it's near 90 in Texas. That's what you expect at this time of the year. It's very cool, of course, across the upper Midwest. It's close to 90 down in the southeast, but again, that's par for the course here in mid-July. There are no heat waves in sight for our part of the country through the next week to perhaps even 10 days, which takes us almost to the end of July. A lot of people consider the dog days of summer to be the end of July, early August. It's always hot, it's humid. This year, looks like, again, for the next week, perhaps even 10 days, we'll see a lot of typical July weather, but no 92, 93 degree readings with stifling humidity coming anytime real soon. If you ask me, that is just fine. All right, in terms of precipitation. Now, tomorrow, what we have going on is the heart of our trough of low pressure will be pivoting across the Great Lakes tomorrow, and I do think this will be enough. There's enough cold air upstairs in the atmosphere under that trough that there might be a sprinkle or a shower that tries to pop up, particularly midday and afternoon tomorrow. Here's tomorrow afternoon. There's not going to be much, but I could see where there's a sprinkle or a shower in one or two spots. Any boaters, anybody with an interest on Lake Erie, and any of the Great Lakes for that matter, water spouts are going to be a concern. This is usually something we talk about as we head towards September. With the warm lakes, cooler air flowing over the lakes, some water spouts. But this air is so unusually cool for July that there could be some water spouts on the lakes over the next couple of days. For the eastern end of Lake Erie, I think the risk is highest tomorrow. Here's a look at Thursday. Not exactly a bright and sunny day, but a nice day nonetheless. There'll be kind of a mixed bag of clouds and sun. We're going to kind of ignore the little green spots here. I think that's just the model seeing a few clouds and probably no precipitation. Friday's a good-looking day. It's going to start to warm back up. It's finally going to feel like mid-July, I think, by Friday. Then we'll head into the weekend, and clouds will increase. We've been advertising that Saturday's probably the rainier half of the weekend. I still think that's the case, although things are looking a little slower today. This is 2 in the afternoon. Maybe the rain isn't quite here yet, according to the GFS model. By the end of the day, maybe some showers around. And then on Sunday, you see this kind of diffuse green area. That to me just doesn't spell much. I suppose there might be a shower or a thunderstorm Sunday, but this is just one model. This is just the GFS. We'll see what the other longer range models have to say. So even though the arrival time of any showers might be a little slower than I thought yesterday, I still think the risk at this point is probably higher on Saturday than Sunday. But we'll be taking a look at the newer models this afternoon, and I'll have an update for you on the weekend on 21 News at 6 and 11 tonight. Heading into next week, overall pretty typical summer pattern. Seasonably warm and humid. Real quick, backing up and looking at low temperatures for the next couple of nights, because again, this is pretty remarkable. Not unheard of by any stretch. This is, we've had this kind of stuff before, but it's a once in every 5-year type of thing, probably. We had a cool July period in 2004. We had one in 2009, and sure enough, 5 years later, here in 2014, another cool July period. Low temperatures tonight might flirt with 40 parts of Wisconsin. We'll be down into the 50s, perhaps even lower 50s in some backyards here tonight, and then tomorrow night, we'll be in the same neighborhood. There's going to be a lot of places, a lot of backyards that flirt with 50, maybe even 48, 49 tomorrow night. Coolest temperatures overall, probably interior Michigan, northwest Ohio, with some spots down around 44, 45, 46 Thursday morning. So, real refreshing air mass. Open up the windows. This is a treat for July. Now, if you want to swim or if you're on vacation and want it to be hot and humid, this isn't your week. But for the rest of us, I don't expect to hear a whole lot of complaining. The weather's going to be overall pretty nice for the next couple of days. That's today's weather for Weather Geeks. As usual, my forecast is on tonight at 6 and 11 on 21 News, and early risers can check Jess's updated forecast tomorrow morning on WFMJ Today. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon for another Weather for Weather Geeks.